Alright, so this might be the last thing we do. What we're going to do is we're going to load up Crossroads again. And we're going to do all the reverse right up to the end of the game. So in this part, we're going to make Connor a machine, basically, when we get the choice to be a deviant or not. And we'll just play through right to the end by picking the kind of rebellion option. And see how those things kind of change and how the sequences change. So this will be interesting. This will probably be the last part because I don't really want to turn this into another 10-hour playthrough. I'll do that for streams instead. Excuse me. I would do it. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. It's just there's no real point to doing it like more than once on YouTube. You know, that's what streams are for. I mean, if I saw much sense in it, like, because there isn't really a lot of repeating stuff, but there's just so much to explore that, you know, I've already done around 10 hours, and now I've just probably done about maybe 15 hours in total. I don't know how much I've done so far. I think I've done about almost 2 hours now, so that's 12 hours I've done so far this kind of playthrough. I don't want it to be too long, but it turns into 100 parts, and some parts you just like edit out. But this is obviously the most significant choices because of Connor's decision to be a deviant or not. What I'm seeing with Connor is that the software instability, I don't think it really means much, but I think it means something. But I think it's at its kind of peak, as it were, leading up to his choice to be a deviant or not. Yeah, so we're going to play through this part again. Fair enough, we'll do it. What I might do at the end of this is actually do a final thoughts thing similar to what I did with Life is Strange, because very much like Life is Strange, I have a lot I want to say. And a lot of it is good stuff. I don't think I've got... I'm going to say this now. I don't think I've got a bad thing to say about this game so far. I really don't. I don't think I can criticize anything about this game that's like so jarring or wrong about it.
Find a warm place for Alice.
And what I would say is that yes, Marcus kind of maybe falls into the one-dimensional kind of category, you know, because with Marcus I have noticed that there isn't really a lot you can really change with him. The only real changes at the beginning and the end. All the middle stuff kind of plays out no matter what. But he was kind of made to be that.
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
I find the reveal about Alice just like wow, you know? A lot of people are going to be like, oh, well that's just really killed the whole thing, you know?
I'll try to find this Marcus.
The last bus is in 2 hours, and the terminal's on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back. Stay with Alice.
Yeah, I really think, now that I've seen this again, I really think all Kara tried to do was block it out. I think she knew all along, but she didn't want to see it, like Luther said. Luther said that. She didn't want to see it. A lot of people will be like, oh, well you know, Alice's purpose is now gone because, like, it is what it is. And I'm like, so what? If that was me, I wouldn't care. I said that. As confused as I was about the whole scenario, it didn't change anything. Because, you know, I think it's a really cool twist that's really unexpected, even though the hints are glaringly obvious and in your face. But there's a lot of clues. There's the fact that Alice doesn't eat. There's the fact that Alice is us.
You're lost.
There's a couple others, like her temperature, I think it might be one of them.
You're looking for yourself.
But I only really noticed when she said us back at Rose's house. That's the only thing I didn't even know she didn't eat. I didn't notice that at all. But yeah, Kara and Alice had been through.
Why did they do it? Why? We got to avenge her, Ted.
Yeah, with everything Kara and Alice had been through, nothing was going to change when we found that out. Kara wouldn't turn her back on her because she reached the point where she loved her no matter what. So it wouldn't have made a difference. It doesn't to me.
I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
No, Detroit's under curfew. There's soldiers everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids and sending them to camps. Maybe you should stay here a while.
Maybe you're right. We might be safer here until things calm down.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports he can easily modify. I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
You said you're with a little girl, right? You know that humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
She needs me. And I need her. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's totally it. Not all humans are hateful characters. You know, and that's the thing as well. Alice saw as Kara as, she didn't see it as a robot. She saw her as someone like she loved. Why would Kara treat Alice any differently now that she knows what she is at this point?
Alice.
And I just don't get why she's sitting there and then she's sitting over there. But I have a feeling that that whole sequence with Marcus kind of twigged this whole reaction.
You knew from the beginning.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to see it. She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for. You needed each other.
Yeah.
What difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us? Alice loves you, Kara. She loves you more than anything in the world. She became the little girl you wanted, and you became the mother she needed. Forgetting who you are to become what someone needs you to be. Maybe that's what it means to be alive.
That's the whole point. She knew all along, but she blocked it out because at her heart she doesn't care. I mean, she's an android. Even that, she blocked it out because she doesn't care. Alice became her purpose, and nothing else mattered. That's the whole point of this. It doesn't change nothing because it doesn't change absolutely anything. It's not even a cheap shot. It's not even one of the scenarios that people were saying that, it means absolutely like nothing now. It's like the whole purpose of it is gone. No, it's not. It's just a slight alteration, but it doesn't matter because Kara saw her as what she wanted to. But her heart just doesn't care because she's her only purpose, no matter what.
Kara,
That's all it
there
is.
something wrong?
I wouldn't even I wouldn't even pick the other one. I don't want to. I don't want to be distant with her. I don't want to do it because I know Kara wouldn't no matter what anyway.
Forever.
She doesn't care if she's a robot or not. She loves her just the same. That's all it is. I think they did that really well, to be honest, though. You know, they made her see what Kara wanted to see. Kara wanted to see her as she saw her as a little girl, you know? And I think that has a lot to do with what she did. You know, she turned deviant, she took her LED thing out, and basically made herself look as human as possible. And I think that kind of makes her maybe 90% human, and that's what she saw in Alice, you know? She was so human at that point, when she removed her LED from her head. At that point, she became so human that that's how she saw Alice the whole time. And she only realized it now because of what Marcus said. She's probably the most human of all these people.
We're short on blue blood and
she wanted that.
Our wounded are shutting down, and there's nothing we can do.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
That's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
The only thing we asked for was freedom. They don't even want to hear that. So now they punish us for who we are.
What's the point of being free if no one is left alive?
Humans enslaved us. I'll never regret standing up to that.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Marcus?
We have to face them. There's no other choice.
This is insanity.
Get all the guns that you can find. We're going to free Detroit.
You're making a mistake, Marcus. You won't buy our freedom with blood.
That's the thing. The humans fired first. What did they think was going to happen?
They've been butchering each other for centuries over the color of their skin or whatever god they wanted to worship. They're not going to change.
Do you know what? That's
Violence
kind of
is
in
just
some
an
ways a very good
influence.
point.
They can't stop
He's
what
kind
we've
of got a
started.
point there.
Since you've been here, you've given us hope.
You know, World War II and all that.
Today,
It kind of
Deacon
makes
arrived in
sense.
Jericho, and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt.
See, in a way,
He said that he abandoned the truck.
in a way they would be
Detroit
right
and
to
lived in
retaliate. And they wouldn't be totally in the wrong because it was the humans that fired first.
He gave me the detonator.
But
A dirty ball.
We can't lose this war, Marcus. If humans overcome us, our people will disappear forever. This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
so let's defuse it this time.
We shouldn't become like them, North. We can gain our freedom by other means.
Oh shit.
I hope you're right. Whatever happens tomorrow,
It's gonna be interesting to see if she just blows it up anyway,
I want
because,
you to know that
you know, she wants to get freedom by any means necessary.
I'm glad that I met you.
There's a path unlocked for North being neutral. I think that was always the case. The thing is, that came up as red, so I wonder why that is. But she's very hard to impress unless you choose to shoot people.
Well done, Connor. You succeeded in locating Jericho and finding their leader. Now deal with Marcus. We need it alive.
Alright.
I've been ordered to take you alive.